Welcome to Beyond the Barbell, where we go beyond the sets and reps and explore the world of fat loss, muscle building, strength training, and how to live a more elevated life. I'm your host, Braden Barrett, creator of Look Like You Lift. What if I told you that you have the most potent anabolic substance at your disposal right now? More powerful than steroids. It has zero risk, and the best part, it's free, but you haven't been using it. We're going to cover that today. Most of you are stepping over $100 bills to pick up nickels. And because of this, you're leaving gains on the table. Back when I used to do face-to-face, one-on-one coaching at my gym, I had a client come in at 5 in to get a training session in with me. He told me that he only got 3 hours of sleep the previous night and the previous night and the previous night. So 3 days worth of only 3 hours worth of sleep. I asked him, okay, do you have anywhere to go after this? He said, no, I'm just going to go back home. I said, okay, cool. We're not training today. Okay. We're not going to count this session towards your package. We'll meet tomorrow. I want you to go back to bed. And I sent him off to go back to bed. Okay. Now he was a little disappointed. He was a little bummed out, but he had his session the following day and he absolutely killed it. So why did I do this? In my 11 years of coaching, I've created what I call the Look Like You Lift hierarchy. Okay. And this is essentially the things that we prioritize when life is a little out of control and things are a little out of not the most optimized or the most optimal. And the order of priority with the hierarchy, we start at the very top. We have sleep. We have stress management. We have overall daily activity. We have nutrition, and then we have training. Okay, so sleep, stress management, overall daily activity, nutrition, and training. Though that is the order of priority. We focus on sleep first. Once we've got really good at sleep, we then work on stress management. Once we're really good at that, I prioritize staying active and mobile throughout the entire day. And then at the very bottom of the list is when we prioritize strength training. Okay, now most of you probably flip this upside down. Most of you guys are focusing on training first. You're probably even sacrificing sleep to make sure that you get your sessions in. You're waking up at 4 a.m. to beat the sun up, bro, to get your cardio done, but you've only slept 4 hours the night before. This is what we call dumb. Okay, this is stepping over $100 bills to pick up nickels. I would much rather have you sleep in and get recovered and manage your stress in a healthy way than worrying about getting your workout in at 4 a.m. So that's the steroid. It's sleep. I know, shocker, right? There's some major benefits to optimizing your sleep. Namely, just more energy throughout the day. You know, you're having to take a couple cans of energy drinks every single day to just stay awake. That goes away when we can prioritize our sleep and make sure that our sleep window is as optimal as possible. More mental focus and clarity. Do you ever find yourself feeling kind of like out of it, kind of mental fog, not able to focus or stay concentrated on things? Concentration and productivity actually goes up when you have a good night's rest. Big one is improved recovery for training. It's important to remember that you're not building muscle in the gym. You build muscle from recovering and adapting to what you've done in the gym. Okay, so if we're waking up and sabotaging our sleep to train, that's like trying to get a suntan when you're already sunburned. You're just wasting your time and you're just hurting yourself. Okay. Another big one is better insulin control. Yes, poor sleep has a major effect on your insulin sensitivity. So if you are pre-diabetic, if you're at risk for diabetes, this is a big one for you. We want to make sure that you're sleeping all the way through the night, deep sleep, so we can get your insulin under control. Lower temptations to cravings. So poor sleep actually increases hunger hormones, causing you to overeat. You just feel more hungry and less satisfied from your food throughout the day. This leads you to overeat. So if we can get a better night's rest, your cravings go away, which means a more easy and sustainable fat loss process for you. So because we're getting better sleep, our stress hormones are now lower, which also means that we see less visceral fat accumulation. So visceral fat is the fat around the organs and around the intestinal lining. It's bad fat. It's really dangerous fat. So we want to keep visceral fat as low as we can. All of this, everything that I just explained here, from optimizing your sleep also equates for a faster metabolism. So you're actually going to be losing more weight in your sleep. So I want to talk about the NREM sleep stages real quick, just a little bit of science here when we're talking about sleep. So I want to go through the different stages. I want to talk about what actually happens in your sleep, because sleep isn't static. You're not just turning your brain off. It's actually a very, very active process. So stage 1 is a transition from wakefulness to sleep, light sleep, slow eye movements, and muscle relaxation. Stage 2 is this deeper sleep. It's characterized by sleep spindles and K complexes, reducing responsiveness to external stimuli. Stages 3 and 4. This is deep sleep or slow wave sleep. Okay, this is crucial for physical recovery, growth, and immune function. And then we have REM. So REM is rapid eye movement. This is when brain activity resembles wakefulness, dreams occur, and it's essential for cognitive functions like memory consolidation and learning. So let's go through some of the processes that occur during sleep. We have brain function and memory. We've got memory consolidation, melatonin production, cytokine production, leptin and ghrelin balance, and blood pressure regulation, and then the glymphatic system activation. We'll just quickly run through these real quick. So during sleep, the brain processes and stores information from the day, enhancing learning and memory. So if you've ever had to cram and study for an exam, the best thing that you could possibly do is cram for your exam the day or two before, and they get a very deep sleep, like sleep in. So don't cram the night before and pull an all-nighter before your exam. 2 days before, you cram, go to sleep, and sleep for a very long time. Sleep as deep as you can, and you're gonna feel very good for your exam. There's a little hack there for you. There's a process called synaptic pruning, or brain scrubbing is how I used to remember it. The brain removes unnecessary neural connections, making room for new information and strengthening important connections. So your brain produces byproducts and waste as you're awake. And when you're asleep, your brain actually goes through a process of removing this waste, which we'll talk more about when we talk about the glymphatic system activation. But it's these waste products that causes us to feel groggy, sleepy, tired, not able to focus. Melatonin production. So melatonin produced by the pineal gland regulates sleep-wake cycles, increasing at night to promote sleepiness. Growth hormone release. So growth hormone is secreted during deep sleep, aiding in tissue growth, muscle repair, and overall physical recovery. You should know how important growth hormone is, especially if you're looking to grow. Immune system support. Cytokine production. So sleep boosts the production of cytokines, proteins that help the immune system to fight off infections and inflammation. And then metabolism and appetite. So leptin and ghrelin balance. Sleep regulates the hormones leptin, which is the satiety hormone, and ghrelin, which is the hunger hormone, which affects appetite and weight management. When we get poor sleep, like I mentioned, the leptin hormone is downregulated and the ghrelin hormone is upregulated. Bulkers, people who are looking to gain mass, this is not a hack to eat more food. Okay, don't take it, don't misconstrue this. Glucose metabolism. So adequate sleep helps to maintain proper glucose metabolism by reducing the risk of insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. Blood pressure regulation. So sleep helps lower blood pressure and reduces stress in the heart, promoting cardiovascular health. So we see issues in people, especially with sleep apnea. Blood pressure is through the roof. Okay, so if we can optimize sleep, this actually helps to reduce blood pressure. We've seen plenty of our guys, just from coaching them on their sleep, they've actually been able to come off of their blood pressure medications. Lastly, detoxification, so the glymphatic system activation. So sleep activates the glymphatic system, which clears waste products from the brain, including beta amyloid, which is associated with Alzheimer's disease. Okay, so pretty important stuff here, guys. So, all right, you made your point. Sleep is important. So how exactly can we optimize it? I don't want to make this a podcast that's 45 minutes to an hour long. I don't want to give too much information because you're just not going to optimize. You're not going to take action on anything I talk about if I give too much information. So I want to give just 5 major things that I've seen play the most impactful role on our clients' health and their sleep. We have a more thorough and in-depth training called the steroid sleep training. It's how to get steroid-like results from optimizing your sleep. We have that training internally with Look Like You Lift, but we'll give the 5 big ones that we've seen have the most impactful results. So Number one, consistent bedtime. Okay, so we want to get in the habit of going to bed at the same time every single day, regardless if it's the weekend, weekday, holiday, vacation, I don't care. The more consistent you can be with your sleep, the more likely you're going to be able to fall asleep and wake up. Ideally, we want you to be able to fall asleep and feel sleepy about 30 minutes before bed. And we also want you to be able to wake up without the need of an alarm. That's a big one, because an alarm can disrupt sleep cycles. And if you end up waking up in the middle of a deep sleep cycle, that's how you end up feeling groggy and tired. So if we can wake you up without the need of an alarm, that's a really good thing for your health. Okay. That comes with practice. That comes with time. Now, if you think of your baby, if you think of your if you guys have kids, your kid has consistent sleep time. You had consistent sleep time when you were a kid, and your parents were adamant on getting to bed on time. It's way past your bedtime. This is your bedtime. You got to go to bed on time. It's probably because the parents were sick of you, right? But it was good for you, and you knew that it was time for bed when there was when the clock hit a certain time. The second one is red light. So artificial light from the computer, from your phone, from the TV screen. Artificial blue light tends to disrupt our circadian clock. And the circadian clock is important for telling the body of when it's time to be asleep and when it's time to be awake. The artificial blue light stimulates us to stay awake, and it stimulates us to keep our eyes open to stay focused. This can be a problem when you're in bed trying to go to sleep and you're bombarded with blue light. So how can we fix this? Number one is just turning off the electronics 30 minutes to an hour before bed. For most people, this isn't ideal, or it's not realistic in 2024. So a way that we can get around this is by using blue light blockers. Now, quick topic about blue light blockers. If they are not red, if they are not tinted, they do not work. Okay, so you can get the clear ones and they can show you how they can shine like a UV light and it doesn't show up on the card. It's been shown that it's not as effective as red tint. Okay, we want to make sure that we have something that eats up all the blue light, and that's where that red tinted glass comes from. So get red tinted glasses. Now, you can get prescription red glasses. They're expensive, but what I found works really well is if you just go to iBuy Direct or one of the the online eyeglass stores, you can get prescription red lens sunglasses. So those are the ones that I've worn. I've had $300 pair prescription red light red glasses, and I've had these $40 pair red light glasses from iBuy Direct. They work the exact same way. Another hack that you can use is, I hate using the word hack. I take that back. Another tip that you can do to help with removing and eliminating the blue light is setting up red lights throughout the house. So in our household, we turn off the lights about an hour to 2 hours before bedtime, and we turn on red lights. So we have red lamps around the house, both night lights, and I used to have like these big fog lights that I used in my studio, and those fog lights, I would just turn those to red. So our whole house was red, and it actually helped us to feel very calm and very relaxed. So you combine that with the red glasses, ain't no blue light getting into my eyes. Okay, it was really, really good for us. So I'd recommend doing that. Another tip with blue light is you can install an app on your phone called Twilight. I've been using Twilight for years. It automatically makes things darker, more tinted on your screen as it gets closer to the nighttime. So that's another tip for you there. All right, let's talk about your bed. So you spend a third of your life sleeping, which means that you should be prioritizing that third of your life. So invest into a good mattress and invest into a good pillow and multiple pillows if needed. I would rather have you invest into a new bed than invest into a home gym. Okay, so I had a client come to me. They had a really massive tax return coming. Hey, I got this huge tax return coming in, and I want to build out a home gym. What equipment do I need? How many plates do I need? Bars, racks, what do I need? I love building home gyms. That's a huge, fun thing for me. But I asked him, okay, what does your sleeping arrangements look like? Do you like your mattress? I don't know what this has to do with my home gym, but I'm not really, my mattress is lumpy. It's about 10 years old. Why? Take your tax return and put that into your mattress. Get a good mattress that you can sleep in comfortably, that makes you fall asleep as soon as you hit the hay, and it doesn't make you wake up feeling sore. He's like, are you serious? I said, yes. Go get a mattress, get some pillows. And he couldn't thank me enough after he had just 1 week. He didn't realize how poor his sleep was until he actually slept in his brand new mattress. That's exactly what, again, going back to the pillars, the hierarchy, we prioritize sleep over the training. Okay, I would rather see you invest into your mattress than trying to invest into a home gym. I'm a little bit of a princess in the pea because I sleep with like 7 different pillows on a mattress. So I have my mattress and I've got like 7 different pillows because I like to have a pillow under every curve on my body. I got a pillow between my legs, a pillow between my feet, pillow on my side, pillow under my arm, pillow under my neck, and then a pillow under my head. But that's just what I need because I prioritize my sleep. That's just what I need to get a good night's rest. Last one that I want to talk about. There's a lot more things that we can cover here, but I want to cover ones that you can take action on right now. You can get consistent with your sleep. You can start putting on red glasses. You can start looking at buying a better mattress. The last one is no caffeine at least 10 hours before bed. This is going to be a challenge for a lot of you, especially if you go to bed at 10, you're off at work at 5, and you go work out at 7, and you take 2 scoops of pre-workout before your 7 p.m. workout. You're going to have to knock that off. So caffeine has a 6-hour half-life. Okay, so if you take 200 milligrams of caffeine at noon, you still have 100 milligrams in your bloodstream at 6 p.m. And then you still have 50 milligrams in your bloodstream at midnight. This does play a significant role on your sleep, your ability to get into deep sleep, and also your sleep latency. Sleep latency is how fast it takes for you to fall asleep. Okay. Well, Braden, I'm so tired after I'm done working. I have to take my pre-workout in order to get through my workout, and then I go to bed right afterwards. If you were to cut out the pre-workout and optimize your sleep and cut out the caffeine completely, you would have the energy to finish out your workday and get through your workout, and then you would sleep like a baby afterwards. Okay, you're thinking about this backwards. You're using caffeine as the Band-Aid on the giant knife wound, and you keep replacing the Band-Aid thinking it's going to fix the problem. No, address the freaking knife wound. Okay, so the knife wound here is that you're tired. Why are you tired? Because your sleep is poor. Why is your sleep poor? Because of the amount of caffeine that you're taking throughout the day, and then you're hitting it with 2 scoops of pre-workout afterwards after your work. That's why. So it's a feedback loop. So it's going to take a little bit of adjusting, but at least cut your caffeine out at least 10 hours before bedtime, which means no more double scooping your pre-workout 3 hours before your bedtime. Move your workout in the morning if you need to. Last point that I want to make here is look into getting yourself a CPAP. If you're overweight or obese, if you have a very large neck and you snore, high chances are that you have sleep apnea, obstructive sleep apnea. You should be checked with a sleep study, see a doctor as soon as you possibly can. Okay. I think this deserves its own podcast, but I've talked ad nauseum about the dangers of sleep apnea and how you're literally killing yourself in your sleep if you don't address your sleep apnea. We want to make sure that we can address this as quickly as possible. So if you do have sleep apnea, get yourself a CPAP. Start sleeping with a CPAP. Oh, I don't want to sleep CPAP. I'm going to sound like Darth Vader throughout the night. Grandpa, it's not 1976 anymore. It's 2024. We have CPAP machines that are silent, that are quiet, that are comfortable, that make you freaking live longer. Okay, so a little bit of discomfort on your face so that you can actually live to see 80. Seems like a good trade-off. Okay, but again, we'll talk more about sleep apnea and CPAPs in another podcast. But get your sleep fixed. Sleep is more important than you think. Okay, and it's at the top of the look like you lift hierarchy for a reason. So from what we've just covered, I want you to just pick 1 or 2 habits that you can focus on right now. Don't try to focus on all of them right away. Let me know in the comments, which one are you going to prioritize? Which one are you going to focus on? Can't wait to see your answers. If you guys have any recommendations for other podcast episodes, let me know. And we'll see you in the next one.